Well, hello there, and thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony. I'm going to take you through a little woodworking project I did while at an RV park. Amazingly enough, this is the first RV park I've ever been to that actually had a woodworking shop in it, and not just a place to do work, but actually had machines and everything. So I want to take you through some of the steps I did to make a cutting board for and a sink cover for my RV. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of that. I actually did not get a shot of where I took the router and made the juice groove, but some of the other things that if you're building a cutting board, some things you might want to be concerned with as far as how to use a planer and the router, the sort of thing. Because I'm going to take you through this woodworking because you've just entered the Coolest Life Woodworking Edition. We are now in the woodworking shop, which you typically find in a RV park. I've actually got a piece of wood here. I'm working on a cutting board, one that goes inside my sink, so I can slide it back and forth. But my sink is a rectangle, and this is half my rectangle here, so I want to be able to slide. I'm also going to put a groove in here. Do this with what they call a juice groove, and but they got a full shop here. Basically, it costs you $30 to join the Association of Woodworkers. And this is actually on site. We're actually not far off of the baseball park that they have here, or softball park, near the veranda area. Not something you typically find in an RV park, that's for sure. I'm definitely taking advantage of it. Again, it's like $30 for the month, $70 for the season. So it buys your membership, and you can bring in your own wood, or they got some wood they'll sell you here. First things you want to do here is you want to plane this. Basically, you're using this machine here, which has got a huge roller in it, as you can see there, and this roller is going to spin, and it's going to take off just an ever so slight layer off this piece of wood I've got here. So let's plug it in and get our air started. Now I'm going to send this back through my planer. You can hear it. You hear that? Definitely took off the piece. Ooh, that's nice. Wish you could feel it. I just did that side, but I'm going to go ahead and do the other side also. And I may need to bring it down again. That's going to save me a whole lot of hand sanding. That's what these things do. I could just took off a little bit there. I may do another little quarter turn. It's definitely going to make it flat. That's what it's going to do. So I'm going to do this one more quarter turn. I'm going to send it through again. Again, it's with the grain. I'm not going to turn this thing sideways. See my grain's running this way. I don't want to send it that way. Every time I send it through, it makes it just a little smoother. But it's barely taking anything off. It's not even a 16th of an inch. It's probably not even a 32nd of an inch. So that is a planer. Now what I want to do is I want to get this little curve here. Instead of me having to sand it the whole time, I want to make sure this is a curve and not a straight edge. So what we do is we use these routers. You can see how this is set up. Basically underneath. All I'm going to do is turn it on here and make sure I'm feeding that direction. On. I'm just going to start here at this end. I'm just going to feed it. I'm going to bump this right up next to that little silver piece, but that's not my cutter. My cutter's under it. The great thing about this is it'll also do corners. Put my fingers back. What I'm going to do there, and what that did was that gave me a nice smooth area here, and I'm going to continue to sand it down. by hand here in just a second, and I'll do that edge, and then I'll do this top edge here. So I'll do that side and this side and come all the way around it. So now I'm going to use this on these edges. I'll put this in there. I actually need to lift it up a little bit. I'm going to get this squared away. I'm going to just turn that on right there. You can see that? It looks like it's spinning. All I'm going to do is come in here and get these edges up. See the little edge there I just got off? That looks nice now. And the end piece. This doesn't take long at all if you did a good job to begin with, which I hope I did. Next things on my project is I'm probably going to do some gavels. I want to do some large traveling gavels. I think I may do 2 or 3 of those while I'm here. I don't know what the wood's going to cost me, but we're going to see. I'm basically done here. I just didn't need to do that too much. You gotta be careful with this thing, because you set this thing here down, it'll get away from you. Watch it. It'll get away from you. But oh yeah, that's nice. It didn't take long at all, did it? It also helps you with these little burrs here, doing these corners, because sometimes you do a corner here and you can't really cut it nice. You can see it it's got kind of a lip there almost. So I may want to hit that thing here and sand that just a little bit, because I really want it to be a nice curve. Right now it fits my sink just right, and I don't want it to make it too small. Came across that, and it looks really good. It's actually had some nubs right in here I need to get rid of, so actually this sander here took care of a lot of those. I may try to come back in here and try and get that one, but that's not bad, especially for a novice and what I'm going to use it for. That curve looks good. It's got a little bit of nub there, but I actually really can't feel it. Can't really feel it at all. Maybe I'll come back in here and get a little bit of this. But it's a good piece of wood. It'll work. Well, I did get it finished, or at least as finished as I'm probably ever going to get it. I ended up putting a juice groove around it, as you can see right there. See that juice groove right there? I put a juice groove around it and goes all the way down. It's actually a horseshoe shape is what it is. It doesn't go where my curved end is. But and then of course I stained it, which is why it's a little lighter than what it was before. So it doesn't look half bad. It's a cheap piece of wood. I don't know. I don't know what it cost me. Something. I bought a whole slab of it that was this thick. So this is at least a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 inch is what this is. But it was perfect for the size that I needed. And basically I cut it out to fit. I cut the ends of it with the jigsaw before I took it to the. I just tried to make it, and then I realized that the RV park I was going to actually had a woodworking shop, a full woodworking shop. So I hope you enjoyed using some of those, watching me use some of those pieces of machinery, and maybe you won't be intimidated by one at all. Maybe you're not intimidated at all by them, but the great thing about the RV shop, woodworking shop like that one there, is it actually shows you. They actually have people there to help you with it, not teaching you. They're not instructors, but they're there to help you and give you some advice as far as how to do the woodworking. But be sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll leave a link to the woodworking shop down below also in the description, because you're now leaving the coolest life, woodworking edition.